Alexa, open my blinds. Boy, was that cool. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw, we are looking at a new product from SwitchBot, and this is their blind tilt. You know what? Enough talk. Let's get right into this review. Not that long ago, I reviewed a product by SwitchBot, and it was their switch that you could turn on and off a light. I actually have mine hooked up to my coffee machine, so every morning at 6:30, my coffee machine turns on and it's ready for me when I wake up. Well, the company saw it and they sent me this product for review. It's called the SwitchBot Blind Tilt. Right now the company has this on Kickstarter as a campaign, and I believe they're $50 a unit. I'm not sure if that's going to be the final price when it eventually comes to market. The general idea is if you have a horizontal blind, you can hook this to it and automatically have your blinds open or close as long as they have the rod that is on the blinds. Let's open this up and see exactly how it works. Here we are, completely unboxed. So when I unboxed this, it looked a little scary. I said, wow, this is gonna be quite the install, but after reading through the directions, it's actually not that bad. This is actually the main piece to the blind tilt, so this will actually open and close your blinds with the wand. I should say you have to have a wand style blinds to operate this system. You cannot have the strings, it just won't work. All right, so these three pieces, you're only gonna use one of them, and you'll use this template to wrap around your blind wand to see if you have a small, medium, or large. Whichever one you have, you will absolutely use that attachment. I love that this came with this solar panel. That way you can keep it charged all the time, just hanging that up in the window. Very convenient. And of course, here's the apparatus that you're gonna wrap your cord around. Very cool. Mine happened to come with a SwitchBot remote. Some users can use it as a home automation. Either you have Google or Alexa, but you have to have the home unit for that. So I don't have that. So I actually would operate this with the remote. Let's go measure our blind wand and then we'll start the official install. So I used the included template and I fed it through itself. Now I'm going to put the wand through this space to measure to see our size. If we pull this through tightly, being careful not to break this template because we will use it for something else. It looks as though my wand might be the large one. I'm kind of hoping it's not XL because I don't have an XL one. So I'm thinking mine might be right there at the L. Can you see that? All right, so next we use the template to measure how far down we are gonna put our large adapter. It's important to measure twice because you can see the first time I made a mistake. Now let's hook it up. All right, fingers crossed. I wanna bring this to that top line, push it on really, really tight, compressing around the foam sticker, bringing the other part around, doing the exact same thing, trying to get this as tight as I can. Now I will have an opening here just because my wand is bigger than this piece, but I really want to hook on the next piece, so I'm hoping this really works out. Now we have to install our flex coupling. You can see that I popped off the metal piece there, or opened it up a little. So what my goal here is to squeeze this as tight as I can to try to get this metal clip back over there so it's in place. Oh, it fit perfect. In reading through the directions, it's important that this coupler does not move when on your wand, and mine is definitely tight. The next step is to put the USB-C solar panel connection in and push it in tight. And then there's this little gray part down here at the end that you just twist and it should lock it into place. Now let's install our wand. So I'm going to push up on this button, open up the receiver. Okay, so now we are going to put our wand that has the coupler on it inside there, close it tight, and now we are connected. The good news is with the SwitchBot Blind Tilt attached, it looks like I still have the ability to manually move my blinds. I like that. So I'm guessing like that little part, the coupler there, only gets connected when you tell it to, so that's convenient. I was having difficulty pairing the actual bot, so I unplugged it just to make sure I had nothing interfering. So I have the app open. I'm gonna hit the plus at the top. You can see that it sort of sees this blind tilt already, but I'm still gonna do it where I'm accessing this manually. It's telling me right now that I need to push and hold the bottom button here for 2 seconds. That's 1, 2, and then this should start blinking as it did. Hit next. It looks like we paired, so I'm gonna hit next. And it looks like we paired. I'm gonna skip that because I know how to use that already. I've already set this up. You do see you have to have your blinds fully closed. We'll look at that stuff later. Now we're gonna go hang up this attachment that really just organizes the wire for the solar panel. Of course, I'm gonna peel off the red backing, attach it directly to my blinds, and then hook up my wire. I ended up putting this a little higher up on the blinds than they recommended in the directions, and that's just because I wanted to make sure this wire I can tie up here so it's not resting on this top blind. I also appreciate how this was designed so I can hide the wires here behind the decorative trim that came with my blinds. Now I wanted to show you how to calibrate it. So we have the app open, we click on the calibrate. Yes, we're going to delete whatever was there before. It tells us now they want us to move it to the completely closed position. So I'm spinning it to the right so it's completely closed. There we are. Now I hit next. It's asked me to go back to the horizontal position where we were in the middle. So let's roll it back to the left. There we are. Let's hit next. Now it wants us to close it again, but this time keep rolling it to the left. We're going all the way to the top until it's closed. There we are. Now hit next again. Go back down to the fully horizontal position. And there we go. Hit next. We are successful. We can hit finish. Therefore, we are fully calibrated. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of blind tilt? Is this something that you would use? Are you considering it or not so much? And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I do think it's cool that I can manually operate the blinds without the blind tilt, and the blind tilt still knows what percentage of the blinds is open, so therefore it can still adjust. That's kind of cool. Because mine came with remote control, we are going to now set that up. First thing we do is take off the back. There's this little plastic piece blocking our battery from being used. We're supposed to pull that out. We took the little tab out, we heard a beep, but for those of you that need to know what kind of battery we use, there you go. Now we are going to pair the remote control. So first we have to add it. You can see that our app has detected a remote control nearby. So let's click on it. Start pairing. It says a long press both keys for 2 seconds. Let's do that. And there's our light that starts flashing. We hit next. That's our remote. We can keep it on the same thing there. Hit next. From there, your remote control is officially set up, and there are some options in the app that you can look through to try to control different devices. As of right now, the only thing I can do with the remote control is open the blinds. It does not give me any other option. I have full use from the app that I can do anything I want with it, but I guess with a future firmware update, the buttons on the remote may let you do different things. In this video, we are looking at Blind Tilt, the newest product by SwitchBot. So what did I think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point, $50. Sort of doesn't sound like a lot, except if you think I have 25 different windows in my house, and if I put one of these on each, that could get expensive. You know what though? If we look at the functionality or usability, it really was convenient to be able to use my app to open and close the blinds. I also like that the app lets me set time. So maybe if 6:30 in the morning, I want those blinds open so the sun comes in, and maybe 7 o'clock at night, they close again. That too was pretty convenient. At first, I looked at the setup and I thought, man, this is gonna be a train wreck, but it was actually quite easy. And I appreciate the directions, how they walked us through, up and running in about 10 minutes. I didn't understand the remote control that it came with. Maybe it's something they're going to be updating as they go along. For me, I probably wouldn't use it. I'm going to stick right with the app. I also like that they have an Amazon or Google integration if you have their home unit. Anyway, that was my full review of the Blind Tilt, the newest product by SwitchBot. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I think it's important to let you hear about the volume that this is. It's not that loud, but it's also not that quiet. Listen here. Nothing too terrible, but it's also something you're going to notice. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of Blind Tilt. You know what? Not that long ago, I actually reviewed the original SwitchBot, and it's something I use every single day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you right there. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.